Hi, and good morning, and welcome to our lecture discussion on concentration of solutions. So, first thing to ask is, ano ba yung concentration? So, when we say concentration, it's the amount of solute in a given amount of solvent or solution. Last time, kung if natatandaan ninyo, we describe solution as either concentrated or diluted. Diba? So, that's qualitative lang. We can also say that a solution is unsaturated, supersaturated, or saturated. So, yung mga yon ay qualitative lang yung description. So, dito, we are going to describe the solution in terms of quantity. So, dapat meron siyang value, may measurement siya. Okay? So again, when we say it's a solute, the solute is the substance dissolved in the solvent, and the solvent is the substance in which you usually dissolve your solute. Our usual solvent is your water because it's the universal solvent. In our discussion for today, we will focus only with two. So we have the percent concentration, ppm, and ppb. There are a lot of other ways of expressing concentration, but later on na lang yon kasi mas kailangan pa doon ng mga iba pang concepts. Okay? So per percent concentration, we can actually divide it into two. We have the percent, this one is percent mass over mass or percent by mass. This one is percent by volume. And the other one naman is yung tinatawag nating weight per volume. Pero dito na lang tayo magfo-focus sa dalawa. So nakikita nyo dito, there's A and B. So yung letter A dito ay, ang equation nyo dito for percent mass ay mass of solute over mass of solution times 100%. Doon naman sa percent by volume, pinalitan lang natin yung M by V. So, V, volume of solute over volume of solution times 100. So, itong A, ginagamit natin siya kapag meron na tayo nung measurement ng solute at yung solution na agad. Okay? Pero in case na you're given the two components natin, yung solute and solvent natin, then that means kailangan muna natin i-add yung masses or yung volume ng ating solute at solvent. That's why we have letter B here. Okay? So, yun yung tatandaan ninyo. Kapag given na yung solute at solution agad, use letter A. Depende na lang siya kung siya ay weight or mass or volume. Pag naman given yung components like ito, mass of solute at isa ay mass solvent, so you add muna yung solute and solvent natin. Kasi if you add the idea there is when you add the mass of your solute and the mass of the solvent, this is also equal to the mass of your solution. Okay? Ito namang nandito sa baba, this one is the percent concentration naman siya, but if you will see here, magkaiba yung unit niya kasi dito ay ang unit niya dito ay grams per ml. Kasi ang mass natin usually in grams at ang volume natin is usually in ml. Okay? So, magbigay tayo ng mga example. For example, this one. What is the weight percent of sodium chloride in a solution that is made by dissolving 2.35 grams of sodium chloride in 7.45 grams of water? Okay, so kailangan nating mag-strategize. So tingnan muna natin ano yung mga info na makukuha natin sa problem. So first here ay weight percent. What is the weight percent? So ang hahanapin natin is percent M over M. Okay? Ano ang solute natin? Ang solute natin dito ay itong si sodium chloride. And our solvent here is water. So, ang tanong dito, gagamitin ba natin yung A or yung B? So, ang gagamitin natin dito is yung B form ng mga equations natin. Kasi, i-add muna natin yung dalawang components which is your solute and your solvent. Okay. So, kunin natin ang mass percent by mass. So, yan ay mass of your solute over mass of your solute plus mass of your solvent times 100%. So, just input the value. So, have 2.35 grams over 2.35 grams in yun sa solute and 7.45 grams of water. So, simplify muna natin siya. 2.35 grams sa numerator. Then, you have 2.35 plus 7.45. So, we have 9.80 grams times 100. And since you have grams here, magka-cancel out yan. So, maiiwan dyan ay yung percent sign. So, just input in your calculator 2.35 divided by 9.80 times 100. So, the answer is 23.979. So, magiging 2 decimal places. So, 2.38. Okay? Okay, so the answer is not 19.30 but 23.98%. Okay, so that is the computation. So, kapag nag-dissolve ka ng 2.35 grams, tas nilagyan mo siya ng 7.45 grams of water, ang mape-prepare mo sa solution by percent by mass ay 23.98%. Okay? Sige, try pa tayo ng isa pang problem. So, sample problem number 2, bleach solution contains the solute sodium hypochlorite or NaOCl. How many grams of NaOCl are in 1,500 grams of 3.62% bleach solution? Okay, so ngayon, ang hinahanap naman dito ay, sabi dito, how many grams of NaOCl? So, this is our mass of your solute. Ito 1,500 grams, that is the mass of your solution. And the 3.62 here is the percent by mass. So, ang hanapin natin ay mass of solute. So, kung kanina, ang percent by mass natin ay M solute over M solute plus mass of solvent. Actually, hindi na pala natin gagamitin itong equation na to kasi itong part na to ay nakasolution na. Okay? So, ano na lang siya? Percent by mass is equal to mass of solute over mass of solution times 100%. So, kailangan natin na makuha yung mass of solute. So, kailangan natin i-rearrange yung equation. So, dapat marunong kayo mag-manipulate. So, you just multiply percent by mass times the mass of your solution. Tapos, i-divide natin siya by 100%. So, that gives you the mass of your solute. So, what is the mass of the solute using the new equation, the derived equation? So, you have 3.62% times the mass of the solution natin is 1,500 grams over 100%. So, makikita nyo, magka-cancel out yung mga percent. So, maiiwanan tayo ng mass of solute. So, just input in your calculator 3.62 times 1, 5 over 100. So, the answer is 54.30 grams. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo ng 54.30 grams of sodium hypochlorite as your solute at maglagay ka na lang ng ample amounts of water para maka-reach mo yung 1,500 grams para maka-create ka ng 3.62% bleach solution. So, kung itatanong naman sa iyo, what is the mass of water added? Kunwari, hindi to kasama sa question. So, alam mo na 1,500 grams yung solution at 54.30 grams doon ay yung solute. So, ang gagawin lang natin ay 1,500 minus 54.30 grams, and that will give you the mass of your water. So, let's solve pa rin. So, that means you have 1,445.70 grams of water added. So, you added this amount of water in grams to make a 1,500 grams of solution. Okay? So, okay. Ito naman, sample number 3 naman ay nakalagay dito is percent by volume. So, let's read the problem. What is the percent by volume of rubbing alcohol, an aqueous solution of liquid isopropyl alcohol in a solution that contains 420 ml of isopropyl alcohol in 1.2 liters of water? Okay, so, ang tanong dito is the percent by volume. So, ito na yung hahanapin natin. Ang given natin ay, yung solute ay 420 ml. So, this is the volume of your solute. This one, 1.2 liters, take note, this is the volume of your solvent. So, let's set up the equation. Percent by volume is equal to volume of solute over volume of solute plus volume of your solvent times 100%. Okay. So, may problema lang tayo kasi this one is in ml, this one is in liters. So, kailangan natin it's either maalin dyan ang i-convert natin to the other one. So, mas gawin na lang natin itong 1.2 liters. 1.2 liters, i-convert natin siya to ml. So, I hope you could still remember your conversion. So, in a liter, you have 1,000 ml. So, 1.2 liters, magka-cancel. So, you have 1,200 ml. So, that's the volume of your solvent. So, let's input the value. So, the volume of solute is 420. So, 420 ulit dun sa denominator plus the volume of your solvent, which is 1,200 ml times 100%. So, just simplify. So, you have 420 ml over, this is 420 plus 220. So, that gives you 1,620 ml times 100%. So, 420 over 1,620 times 100. So, that gives you 25.9259. So, kailangan natin ng 2 decimal places. So, let's use the 3. So, you have 25.93%. So, a 25.93% of alcohol by volume, by percent by volume, ang mapiprepare mo if you have 420 ml of isopropyl alcohol and you added the 1,200 ml of water. So, itong nakikita nyo sagot dito, this is the whole number value niya. Okay? So, yan ang ways kung paano natin sinosolve ang percent by mass and percent by volume. So, there will be cases na baka may problems kayo na kailangan nyo mag-manipulation or mag-derive ng equation. So, you first derive the equation. Okay. So, I hope that's clear. So, puntahan na natin yung susunod na part, which is the parts per million or parts per billion. So, when you say parts per billion or parts per million, it's a part of a solute per 1 million or per 1 billion parts of the solution. So, itong ppm, actually the symbol for the parts per million, parts per billion is ppm and ppb. So, itong parts per million, parts per billion, ginagamit ito for relatively small levels of solute in a solution. And usually, ginagamit ito sa mga contaminants or pollutants. For example, gaano ka polluted ngayon yung air. So, we say it's in a certain amount of ppm. Okay? So, paano natin kinukuha yung parts per million and parts per billion in terms of solution? So, yung parts per million ay kinocompute siya using mass of solute over the mass of solution times 10 to the 6. This is for ppm. And yung isa naman ay parts per billion is equal to mass of solute over the mass of your solution times 10 to the 9. Okay? So note that the masses of the solute and the solution should be the same. Kasi para mag-cancel out sila. Okay? Kung babalikan pala natin yung sa percent by mass and percent by volume, 'di ba yun ay naka-multiply by 100%. So yung ginamit natin kanina yon, pwede rin natin siya, the other books in chem, they also call it parts per 100. So kaya siya naging yung multiplier na doon is 100. So kapag parts per million, ang multiplier niya is 10 to the 6 kasi 'di ba? It's 1 followed by 6 zeros. At pag naman 10 to the 9, it's 1 followed by the 9 zeros. Okay? So, kaya kailangan pa rin magka-cancel out yung mga units natin. So, make sure na same ang units ng ating mass of solute and mass of solution. So, let's give a sample problem. So, blood contains 0.010 grams of calcium ions, or this is Ca2 plus, in 100 grams of blood serum. So what is its concentration in ppm? So in order to answer that, so let's write C ppm is equal to mass of your solute over mass of your solvent times 100%. So kailangan daw ay same ang unit. So itong 0.010 grams of calcium ion, this is your solute. The 100 grams of blood, this is your solution or solution. So just input 0.010 grams over 100 grams times 100 times 10 to the 6. So, magka-cancel yung grams natin. So, grab your calculators. So, this is 1.010 over 100 times 10 to the 6. So, that gives you 100 ppm. So that is the concentration of your calcium ion in the blood. Okay, medyo may nawala pala dito sa slide natin that pwede rin natin palang i-let yung ppm. So meron ding equivalent kasi ang 1 ppm ay equal sa 1 microgram per, it's either per kilogram of solution, or yung ibang book ang ginagamit nila solvent. Kasi imagine mo, 'di ba, sobrang dilute na niya na almost water na lang siya or almost solvent na lang siya. So ang 1 ppm, pakitandaan po, it's equal to 1 milligram per kilogram of solvent or 1 milligram per liter of your solvent. Okay? At ang 1 parts per billion naman ay mas maliit pa siya. So 1 microgram per kilogram of your solvent or 1 microgram per liter of your solvent or your solution. So ganoong kaliit. So napakaliit lang niya. Okay? So in our lecture bukas ay magbibigay lang tayo ng other sample problems. So I hope mapanood nyo muna ito para makasabay kayo sa ating mga calculations for tomorrow. Okay? So just to wrap up, we're able to discuss the parts per million and parts per billion and gave an example of that So napakaliit nung dissolved na solute natin sa ating solution. Tapos nagbigay din tayo ng sample problems dealing with percent concentration, percent by mass and percent by volume. So that's our basic equations and basic problem solving in concentration of solutions. With that, thank you very much and have a good day.